As the year slows and the days grow quieter, December invites us to linger, to decorate slowly, to notice small joys, and to be present for the season we're in. Hi friends, I'm Caitlin King, author of YA Christian Fantasy. This December, I savored the season. So grab a warm drink and sit back and enjoy this vlog of how it went. December has a way of filling the calendar with places to be, hands to shake, and things to make. This year, I tried to hold on to the moments that made it feel full in the best way.
Grandmother would have loved this one. in one piece. How you two lovebirds doing back there?
Oh, no, we're not.
Thank you. Please don't.
I feel like you're in the city. The lights in the water and the fresh water. It was lovely.
Snow is falling, softly white. Fire is crackling, warm and bright. Family gathered, full of delight. A perfect Christmas, what a sight. Christmas time is here to stay. Let's cherish every moment day by day. With loved ones near, we'll joyfully play. Merry Christmas, hooray, hooray. Ooh. Hot cocoa steaming, cookies so sweet. Laughter and stories, oh so neat. Cozy blankets at our feet. This Christmas feeling can't be beat. Christmas time is here to stay. Let's cherish every moment day by day. With loved ones near, we'll joyfully play. Merry Christmas, hooray, hooray. Cocoa steaming, cookies so sweet. Laughter and stories, oh so neat. Cozy blankets at our feet. This Christmas feeling can't be beat. Christmas time is here to stay. Let's cherish every moment day by day. With loved ones near, we'll joyfully play. Merry Christmas, hooray, hooray.
December reading always pulls me back to familiar shelves. This month held a mix of rereads, returning to stories I already loved, and a few new books that felt right for the season. So these are the 2 new books that I read this December that weren't some of my old favorites that I picked up. So this first one's called Snowed In by Ashley Clark. I actually found out about this book on a Facebook group that I'm on that's called Avid Readers of Christian Fiction. And she was advertising it as a book that kind of reminds people of Gilmore Girls, which I kind of like Gilmore Girls. So I was like, okay, I kind of want to read this. So I picked it up. It was not very expensive, and when I got it in, I found out why, because it's actually really tiny in comparison to most novels. I don't really know why she made it so tiny, but she did. But it was a really short, sweet read that really did kind of give me the vibes of Stars Hollow as far as the town that they visited, with it just being a sweet romance within that. So it was a nice, fun holiday read. The other book is The Iced Path by Kayla Eschbau. This is a Hansel and Gretel retelling, and I actually thought she did a really good job with that as a retelling. I've always wondered, I'm like, do you focus on the brother-sister relationship when you're doing a fairy tale retelling like this, where it originally was the brother-sister relationship, but most people doing fairy tale retellings focus on a romance. And so she's aged up the characters, and yes, she focuses on their relationship and what it was like, but she's also has a new relationship with the love interest, who I think is supposed to be like a Jack Frost. I don't know, it's not advertised as such, but I am curious about that. But I did enjoy this sweet romance. It was fun this time of year to do another fairy tale retelling that's set during Christmas time. I don't normally do a Christmas gift haul. I know some people that like to do that on their channels, and it's never really been my thing. I'll usually post on Christmas Day on my social media a picture of what I got, or at least my book haul. But this year I decided I would at least talk about the different books I got for Christmas, because my husband is so sweet. He always spoils me with books. And so I thought I'd talk about that for a minute. Okay, so first, this first book is called Just Ella. It is a book I discovered in high school and started to read, and I really didn't like it because it was kind of messing with my view of Cinderella, which is kind of the point. And I was like, no, I love Cinderella. I don't want to mess with it. And so I stopped reading it, and then I read it again in college. And you know how in different, parts of your life you see things differently? It was the book I needed at that point. So I read it from the library at that point, and then I got the audio version and listened to it again a few years later. And I found out they were coming out with this special 10th anniversary edition. And so I sent it to my husband and I was like, if you need another gift, this is it. And he said he was thinking about getting me the whole collection, but then found out how expensive it was. So he just got me the one I wanted, which was fine with me. Look at the back. Look, that's so pretty. Okay. This next one, let me see if I could couple it with the other one. So these next 2 are fairy tale retellings from Kayla Eschbau. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If I'm not saying that right, I'm sorry. This one is True Princess, and this one is Lost Starlight. Both of these have been on my TBR list for a long time. I have read others by her, and I really enjoy her fairy tale retellings, because they are just cozy, fun retellings. The next one, okay, fairy tale retellings is a thing with me. I don't know if you know this about me. Yes, you do. All right, so another one is called Ella and the Elf, from the collection Elves and Legends. This one's been on my list for a little while as well. It's this whole series it just sounds really interesting. I haven't read any of them, but it sounds really interesting, and so I'm excited to read that. This one's also been on my list for a while. This is called Rose Petals and Snowflakes, which is when Snow White and Rose Red and Sense and Sensibility are combined, which I actually have an idea for some fairy tale classic combination stories for the future. So I'm excited to read this and see what it has. Now, I have not read Sense and Sensibility. I know Austenites come for me. Jane Austen's not really my thing, even though I know her value. but that's kind of been my opinion on it. And but I thought maybe I would listen to Sense and Sensibility as my classic for this year. Like I don't listen to more than one classic, but oh well. And so, but I might listen to that first so that I can get all of the references while listening to or reading this book. This next one is one that my husband found, and so I actually don't know anything about it. It's called The Bridge Kingdom. If you know something about it, cool. I don't know anything about this. He just said from the description it sounded like stuff I would like. So I don't know anything about it yet. I'm excited. Let's see, there's two more. One is called Fit for a Prince by Abigail Manning. I have read other books by her, and I really do enjoy her style. I did a collab with her this year as well. And so I am excited to read this book. It's probably going to be a lot like My Forgotten Prince, is what I've been assuming, but I don't know. I also do not think that it is actually a fairy tale retelling, so that differs a little. And last, this one's been on my list. It's called By My Own Betrayal, and I think it's supposed to be YA Christian adventure, which, you know, is kind of what I write, though this is more of a modern day story. So I'm excited about that because I don't read too many modern day stories anymore. So if you got a new book for Christmas and would like to let me know, put it down in the comments. Thanks. I always approach writing in December a little differently than I do the rest of the year. On the one hand, the Christmas season just inspires me to work on those Christmas stories I already have been working on. The Christmas Realm Chronicles and another project that I actually started years and years ago that I'll explain in a minute. On the other hand, there are a lot more events that are scheduled in the month of December because I am trying to sell those books as much as possible. So marketing and events have a tendency to take over the time that I would normally spend writing. And this year, that was a big problem for me. I started out by making space in my office for the new Christmas Realm Chronicles project. Now, for those who love this series, since the last one just came out, I am not anticipating it coming out for another 2 years, which I am so sorry that that's the case. It's what it is for me juggling a full-time job, running a bookstore, and writing in multiple series like I am. However, I did want to get started on it while the season was filling me with all sorts of ideas, and so that is one of the first projects I worked on this year.
Softly the snow begins to fall. Echoes of laughter fill the hall. Candles glowing, hearts are bright. It's magic in the winter light. Old songs playing, voices blend, love and joy that never end. Every memory feels so near, the sweetest time of all the year. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas night where every star is shining bright. Hold me close, don't let me go. We'll dance beneath the falling snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas time with your heart forever next to mine. Oh, how I wish this night could stay forever Christmas Day. Stockings hung and lights so gold, stories of love forever told. Through every tear, through every song, it's where my heart has belonged. And when the morning light appears, I'll still feel you so near. For Christmas lives inside our hearts, no matter where we are. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas night, where every wish comes true tonight. In your arms the world feels new. My Christmas dream is you. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas night.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if I was going to record this, and I'm honestly still not sure if I'm even going to include it in this vlog, but this is what author life is like. So let's have a little sneak peek into behind the scenes, okay? So as you saw in the part where I was kind of going through what I did in the month, you saw I got to do an author event at a brand new bookstore. It's called Brave Seeker Books in Rexburg. I was very thankful to be there. However, the problems with Amazon leading up to this were unprecedented. I have never had this many issues with Amazon giving me my books, like, ever before. I've had issues, never this bad. So here's a little sneak peek into being a indie author using KDP. A lot of authors are like, oh, do we like Amazon? Do we not like Amazon? Are they, messing with how much money we can make per book and that sort of thing? And here's the honest truth. KDP is the best paying option so far that I have found. Ingram, which if you want your books in stores, they go through Ingram. So if you do Ingram Spark, which is the self-publishing hand, they are going to take almost the entire portion. You get like $1 or $2 per book if you're lucky. Lulu's the same. Pretty much Draft to Digital. Pretty much any other site will use Ingram as a distributor, so they charge pretty much comparable to that. Amazon is the only one that pays you maybe $4 or $5 per book if that's what you set your price at. And so it is the best for that option. Plus, so many people shop on Amazon these days. It's great. Here's where there's a problem. And Amazon needs to fix this. I've seen lots of other authors talk about it. Amazon needs to fix this because this is ridiculous. So all books like this by indie authors are print on demand, which means you put an order in, they hit print, the book shoots out, and they ship it. So any other book that you get that's by an indie author, you get in 2-3 days because all they're doing is printing and shipping. However, if an author is ordering author copies, they don't hit print right away. Why? I don't know, but they don't. So sometimes my books take 2 weeks. And then sometimes during the holidays, like now, it's like, oh yeah, you don't get priority at all. Your books aren't coming for 4 weeks. And I'm like, what? Why aren't my books coming for 4 weeks when I know they can come in 3 days if you really wanted them to? And so I had kind of discovered a little hack a while back. And apparently somebody outed me because what I was doing was I would order my books and then I would order another indie author print on demand book afterwards. And they would print that one. And since they were printing that one to ship to me, they'd print all of mine as well and ship them all at the same time. So I was getting my books in like 3-4 days, and it was great. It was wonderful. Since I did events all summer, it was really helpful. I liked this hack. It stopped working. I don't know who figured me out and decided that that was a bad thing, but it stopped working. So that wasn't working. And so I had placed an order for my books and tried that little hack as well because it was saying they weren't going to come in until end of December. And I'm like, whoa, I ordered these with 2 weeks in advance for an author event I had coming up. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Why are they going to take this long? I tried my hack. It didn't work. Well, a friend of mine who's also an indie author, was like, what I've done is contact them and said, hey, I need this expedited. I need the shipping expedited because I have an author event. I'm like, okay, let me see if I could give that a try. Oh my goodness. So I contact Amazon. I go through, I talk to them. One person tells me no. Someone else I talk to later says, oh yeah, of course, I could do that. I'm expediting it. You should have it within 24 to 48 hours. I'm like, great. And that was last week. So 4 days go by. I still haven't seen them. I'm like, that's weird. So I look in my Amazon. When are these guys coming in? And the order now says canceled. Canceled. Who canceled this? So instead of expediting it, they canceled my order. What? I don't know. So I get on the phone with them again. I'm now talking to some other person, not the original person, because you never talk to the same person twice. Some other customer service rep. Start talking to them, and they're like, well, ma'am, since you canceled your order. I'm like, I didn't cancel my order. And they're like, oh, okay. They canceled it? Yeah, they canceled it. Okay, we'll reorder and we'll make sure it gets to you in time. Okay, fine. Do you want me to stay on the phone while I reorder? No, call us right back. Okay. So I reorder them. Now it's saying January 6th. January 6th. Weeks after what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I call again, get a hold of someone, and they give me the same runaround of, oh, but you canceled your order. I didn't. They're like, well, this order was canceled with your approval. No, it wasn't. What am I going to do now? And they went around and around and around and said, there's nothing we can do. And I'm like, hit print. How hard is it to hit print? And they're like, well, your order says it's not coming in. It's not coming in from China. Print the books. Why is this an issue? So I'm going insane at this point, and I'm like, transfer me to somebody, anybody, let me talk to someone. I try and try and try. I've gone up the chain of command, and all of them are telling me the same thing. No, there's nothing we can do. Your books aren't coming in until January. And I'm like, Amazon, what? Like, these are people who use your services all the time, who promote you, and you're going to hold their books captive? What gives? And so I was beyond frustrated. And so I'm like, okay, fine. I guess I will have to pay full price for my books. So I order just 5 copies of Battle for the Land of Sweets because I'm like, I was completely out of those. And I was like, I have some copies of some of the others. I don't have any of those. I guess I'll just have to pay full price for them. I am now going to lose money on those sales because I have to pay for the full price of it. I'll get a little bit on the author side of things, but when I resell them, I'm not going to make enough that it actually is going to make me money. So I'm like, this is what I have to do so that I don't look completely unprofessional showing up to this event without any books. This is ridiculous. So I was beyond upset. But hey, they were going to come in by Friday. So now it is Friday. And I looked down at a notification at 4 something. It was like 4:02. And I get a notification. Delivery was attempted at 3:53 and could not be completed. And so we'll try again later. And I'm like, why? I'm home. No one knocked on my door. No one rang the doorbell. I'm home. Why? I mean, this happened recently with like my sister-in-law who said a package wasn't delivered because her dog was outside. No, dog was inside. My dog was inside. There was no problem. Why did they not deliver the package? I don't know. And so I get on with customer service because now I'm like, great. I'm showing up tomorrow after everything I've done without any books. And at this point, to be honest, I still don't know if it actually works out. So we'll see, how things even out. But I get on the phone with them, or I'm messaging them through their app, and I'm talking with a person, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry this happened," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty bad because you guys are costing me money." And they're like, "Okay, well, let me see what I can do." And I was like, "Yeah, I've heard that before." But then they said, "Okay, I'm going to put this as priority shipping, so it will be there today." I'm like, "Really? That'd be nice if it will come in." And what's going to come in at midnight? I don't know, because it still hasn't come, and it's now 5 something. I don't know. So I don't know when it's supposed to come in because they wouldn't tell me exactly when, but it's supposed to be coming in today. And they were going to refund me the price for those 5 books. And I'm like, hold up. Now I might make a profit. So I like that. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yep, you don't have to return them. We will refund you the money. So now I'm wondering, okay, maybe this will all work out, because now I can make a little bit of a profit off of these books and look not completely unprofessional when I only show up with 5 books tomorrow. That's if they come in. So this is my little rant about being an indie author, and how Amazon needs to do better. If you're a customer of Amazon, let them know. They need to do better. So you may or may not know this, but the first book I ever published was actually a children's book called Carried on a Christmas Wind, and it was inspired by my nativity collection that I had growing up that now actually is in my own home. And I always intended to return to it, and a few years back came up with this concept of other children during the Christmas stories. So this one has been about the angel's nephew, and then I came up with like the innkeeper's daughter, and the wise man's granddaughter, and the shepherd's little brother. And so I had this collection idea for a very long time in the back of my mind. But every year I'd get to it and go, oh, I kind of want to work on it this Christmas. I kind of want to get it out for next Christmas. But, the novels, the series, the fans, those all took precedence over the Christmas books. And I was like, okay, I'll put it off another year. And this year, when my church was trying to figure out what we wanted to do for Christmas as a Christmas program, I brought in the book as just a like, hey, do you want to read this story and we can sing some songs in the background, or whatever, it just an option for something for a program. And my pastor actually really liked the story, and he's like, I want to do this as a play. And I'm like, as a play? I've never seen it as a play. And so he wants to do it next year as a play. And I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. But right now, though it is available, if you look it up online, you can find it. But it is not as accessible as the other books that I have, because it's not through Amazon at the moment. When the church is done with the production and they want to say, hey, if you'd like a copy of this book, you can, go see me. I want to be able to sell copies of it. And so I have now decided that this project is being moved. Thank you for watching. One thing I did not expect to get for Christmas was a cold. So I'll be heading into the new year a little slower than I normally do. Normally I'm January 1st, hit the ground running. This year, January 1st, I might be sleeping. But let me know, what is a goal or a hope that you have for this new year? And let me know if there's things you'd like me to talk about in my next video. Thanks for being here. Bye.